What's up, Gila Golfers? Welcome back to our Sweet Spot, episode 15. It's about the Tech Talk version 4. Today we're going to talk about the latest technologies in golf, equipment, balls and clubs. And who else other than to accompany me today in the studio, Mr. Jonathan Ponniah.
Hey man, good to see you finally
Fitzbon, brother.
in face.
Let's
in
do
the
this.
Studio. Good to be here. Looks amazing.
Yeah, after 15 episodes, the producers finally realized Jonathan is now worthy to sit next to me on the show.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, after a little bit of plastic surgery and working out,
Disambung,
Double chin
disambung.
down,
Can you not
yeah.
see? Nice body up there. Okay, Jono, so what are we going to talk about today, bro?
Okay, we're going to talk about technology in golf, how it's developed over the years, looking at groundbreaking innovations in the game that really changed the face of golf, from using balata balls and persimmon woods to what you see today, like Bryson DeChambeau's taking it to a whole new level, in terms of tech, he's bringing it to the golf course. So we got two extremely knowledgeable guests from South Africa.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good pals of mine, Geronne and Chris. So they're going to talk more about how technology impacts the game as a whole, how it impacts their line of the game, how it affects club fitting and teaching as well. So yeah.
So that's why we brought the two of them in. They are now honing their skills in the master trade of club fitting and also coaching. So they'll be the best to give us some insider information on how technology has developed over the years and how it's helped players gain the distance, change the style of play, and how different technology fits different players. So there's no such thing as one club fits all,
Yeah,
right?
Literally, yes.
Literally, yeah. So without wasting further time, let's bring on the two experts to our show. We have Mr. Geronne Nero and Mr. Chris Holden.
Hey guys,
Everybody.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being on. Good to see you. All good today?
Everything's good, man. Besides the weather, Malaysia's
Yeah.
good, man. It's cold.
Understand you played some golf today, Geronne.
Oh, it was hot out there. Yeah? Luckily, we had some rain in the last 3 holes or so. So
Okay.
it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Chris, busy today with lessons?
Yeah, busy today with lessons, and fortunately, when it rains, we can still give lessons. So it's all good on the lesson tee when it rains. It cools us down, and we continue doing what we need to do.
Yeah. Okay, I think before we go into the show proper, we're going to take a look at some developments that took place over the weekend.
Cool.
Yeah, some news pertaining to the big news obviously was a couple of weeks back, Dustin Johnson's Augusta National win. Amazing. Finally got his second major, first green jacket. Supreme performance,
Awesome,
really just blew everybody away. But I think one of the other talking points was Sung Jae Im, the Korean guy who actually
Yeah.
had a good chance, over the first 9 to actually put a lot of pressure on Dustin. But it's a couple of mistakes here and there. But, this is one guy you're going to see a lot of in the future. So hopefully he brings Asia's second major,
Bring it home.
Yep. And closer to home, in Japan, we have our very own Danny Chia, who played in the qualifying school first stage of the Japan Golf Tour, trying to get his card back. And he actually won his qualifying tournament, one of 6, I think. So he makes it to final stage that will be on in December. Good luck, Danny. Good to see you playing well again. The old, I wouldn't call him the granddaddy, but one of the old guard of Malaysian golf, still playing well, still out there, still hungry for success. So we wish Danny all the best. And our ladies number 1, Kelly Tan, has decided to take a break. She's going to prepare for the final few events on the LPGA, starting with there's an event next week, followed by the US Women's Open. So she's decided to spend this couple of weeks honing a game, playing Champions Golf, which is the US Open's venue. So hopefully she does well. We wish her all the best. Good to see Kelly playing well as well. And of course we have Gavin Green, our men's number 1, who is had a few problems over the weekend in South Africa, your home place, Chris and Geronne, in the Joburg Open. Didn't do too well over the weekend. He's struggling with some swing changes because he did some adaptations to his swing to manage a wrist injury. So it's taking a while for him to get used to it, but I'm sure he'll do well this week. He's playing the Alfred Downhill Championship, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
Leopard Creek.
Yeah, correct. Leopard Creek, great golf course. So we wish him all the best. We're going to keep tabs on Gavin and see how he does.
As he's still racing to the Dubai, trying to get the best position there for the race to Dubai finale.
Yeah, correct. I think he's a shoe-in to get into the finale, but he's trying to finish up as high as he can and obviously make as much money as he can.
That will be something awesome for Malaysia, right?
Correct.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be. He's the first contender to bring it home for us, and we're wishing him all the best. Kelly Tan too, and also Danny, both of them, right?
Yep, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I hope to see more Malaysians on tour once this COVID-19, pandemic dies down and we get the vaccine and the Asian tour kicks off again. So, touch wood.
Do you mind if I share a quick story with Danny?
Yeah, that'd be good.
One day we had a fitting out at TPC, right?
Okay.
So he was testing out some Mizuno clubs because he could get some, and not hitting the range balls. He pulled out like 24 new Pro V1s.
Okay.
And like just hit them into the bush, like just bye-bye. And just shows like how specific the guys want to be, and with all these numbers down. But just to pull out 24 Pro V1s and just hit them and say bye-bye was kind of crazy. So it was a cool experience with him. And yeah, wish him well in Japan.
Yep.
Awesome for him, really awesome.
Did you go and pick up the Pro V1s?
No, I cannot.
Of course you did.
Of course he did. He can't say it on show, right? He just play it like
how are you gonna find this? Like 10,000 balls in the ranges. No way you're gonna go find them there,
Okay. Anyway.
But I'm sure some people took them though. Yeah.
He's a pretty good ball striker, so the balls should have been pretty close together. He gets
fair,
lessons from Stephen, and he stripes it all the time.
Yeah, he's a great ball striker. Yeah, just need the putts to drop,
If he had more putts to drop, there would be a lot more wins, I think.
Okay,
But, hopefully more wins to come.
Yeah, speaking of golf balls, Geronne. I don't know why I said that. Speaking of golf balls, but so Geronne, just a little bit background on Geronne for those of you who don't know about Geronne. He came to KL about 5 years ago. To join MST Golf to expand on their fitting shops, the golf tech shops, and before that, you were from KwaZulu Natal, a small town in KwaZulu Natal near Durban.
Yeah, that's obviously where I grew up and done all my schooling. You can see it in the bush,
Oh, look at that! Look at the young Geronne.
Which one is you?
I'm in the middle there. I'm hiding my assets. I was wearing a sexy little Speedo, so it was quite fun. My best mates, Shreyas Anthony and Bertram, next to me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Shreyas passed a while ago. He was actually from India as well.
Which guy? The guy on the right?
The guy on the right, yeah. Family's from India. So this was like a camp trip that we had out with one of our teachers down at one of the rivers not far from our school, and kind of spent the day. That's how I grew up, small town, out on the farms, doing the outdoor life, And then college and high school hits, and then...
That's college?
Yeah, this is college.
That's the spiky
You look like Michael Jordan in that Black Panther movie, doesn't he?
So college, we kind of get a bit rowdy, you let the hair grow, you have some fun. It was fun, and this wasn't in Cape Town, so...
I'm going to ask a question, Geronne. What happened? That's a good-looking
what
guy.
Happened? Hey, work happened, man. Okay, stress comes along.
And this?
This was in college. I was one of the heads of initiation camp. So the first 2 weeks in college, if you're in our hostel or dormitory, you got to learn from the best in the school. So this was my 4th year in college. So I was head of initiation.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. So this was part of our initiation, and then of course Mr. Gary Player. This was earlier this year.
This is that Gary
That's
Player.
not Gary Player.
That's
My bad. Bob Volke. Yeah.
Oh, Geronne. You don't know who he's standing next to, buddy.
No, man. Sorry, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
So
Are you
this-
South
yeah,
African or what?
This was early at Titler Sports Institute down in San Diego. Japan, of course, awesome trip again. Got to see
Fujikura,
Hayden Byron myself. So Fujikura trip, factory trip down in Japan. So you got to see how technology actually came about and how they changed things from time to time. If you think of Bob Volke, he always tried to grind stuff, and now they all mold. So
correct.
quite cool. This was the start of MSC. So this is when I just got you. And that's what
There's a 33 waist there, isn't there?
There's a 32 waist, buddy. 32 waist, buddy.
Chris, you're on fire, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm on fire, yeah.
And this was
have
MSc
to.
tech shop kind of when I came in and kind of made some changes. So it was pretty cool compared to where we are now. But yeah, all the way from KwaZulu-Natal, Ikopo is the real name. So Ikopo boy on the rise, as we call it.
Okay.
Moved down to Cape Town and yeah, now in KL, man. So
Okay,
the
cool.
surf is
Good
in
to have you
KL.
here. Good to have you. Great.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
great,
for
great
having me.
addition to the Malaysian golf industry. Done a lot for club fitting. I want to ask you a question, Geronne.
Sure.
You went to the Tigerberg Golf School of Excellence to pursue a career as a professional golfer.
Correct.
Obviously, that didn't happen. So when did you like decide that playing on tour was not your thing, or?
I think it kind of happened maybe towards the end of that year,
Okay.
after putting in the hard work and the time and actually seeing how competitive golfers around us and the people that we were competing against. And also moving down to Cape Town with a little bit more competition compared to where I was in high school, if I put it to you. Chris was more in the cities, right, Chris? In Durban
Yeah.
itself. So the competition where I was from in KZN itself maybe wasn't as high. And as soon as I went to Cape Town and I got a mix of guys from Johannesburg, and even Sergio was in my golf academy as well, which is pretty cool. So after that, I thought, okay, it's my gap year. It didn't kind of work out as I wanted to. And let me go back and study, but still pursue golf in a way. So yeah, it was kind of tough. You got to make that call within a year if you're going to take it on or not. If not, you can't just fluff around with it,
Yeah.
You got to be committed or not committed at all.
How many years has it been since you've been in fitting? Since you started in Cape Town?
Fitting has been about 10 years now, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
10 years into fitting itself, golf fitting.
Roughly half of that has been in Malaysia.
Half of that's been in Malaysia, yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah, which is awesome. It's been a big growth, not only on the fitting side, but business development side and, running all the stores and getting all the guys in and, training guys. So it's been a big improvement from day one to where we are now.
Are you a Manchester United fan?
Of course, I'm a man fan.
Because you
man.
keep
How
talking
can
about
I
bringing
say?
the man in and all that. So I'm just wondering.
I
like,
bring all the men in, man. I bring all the men in,
He's a
I'll
man
leave the
fan.
He's a
Liverpool
man
fans
fan,
out.
buddy, huh?
I'm a man
Man
fan.
fan, huh?
And so
You
my
can
man
see, you
fans
can
out
see,
there,
can
hold
see.
on.
Thanks, Geronne. It's a golf show,
A
but let's
man
talk
fan.
about golf. Let's talk about
Okay,
golf.
let's keep
Okay,
it golf. Let's keep it golf.
This is a family show as well, so let's stop talking about men and fans.
Yeah. Let's give the
Well,
kids
let's
something
go.
proper.
Let's go to Chris. Let's go to Chris.
Yeah,
Chris,
go over. Let me not say anything.
so Chris,
else.
you're a member of the South African PGA, and you've got a sports science golf degree from the University of Pretoria, where you played golf for the uni team as well.
Yes, yeah.
You worked for the uni for a year, coaching juniors, elite players. You set up a driving range on campus. Then you joined the Swing Fit Performance Academy. Where was that? That was in Pretoria as well? Or?
So the Swing Fit Performance Academy was based in two venues. One was at Pearl Valley down in Paarl in Cape in the Western Cape, and then the other venue was at Knysna, or at Pazula in Knysna.
So you're from KwaZulu-Natal as well, right?
I'm also from KwaZulu-Natal, but I'm like, compared to Jerome, I'm like the other side of KwaZulu-Natal to a certain degree.
Okay. Okay. This is a picture of
Yeah.
Chris at age
This is-
what? 5, 6?
So I would have been six, yeah.
6, yeah.
So 6 years old, as in South Africa, you play sport.
Yeah.
Every sport that you can play, you do it. So I'm a left-handed golfer. So I think to a certain degree, I played cricket about the same time as I started learning golf. So when I picked up a cricket bat, I was like batting left-handed, and then it was just like, okay, well, golf's going to be the same. So cricket and golf kind of were the sports that I played at a young age. And then rugby
Right.
shaved my head. I think it must have been something to do with tradition at Maritzburg College where I went to school. And so rugby all the way through high school. And then basically golf became number one sport when I was about 16 or so.
Okay.
Fortunate enough to have some awesome golf tournaments in South Africa. So that was Sun City.
Okay.
And of course, one of my heroes, Ernie Els.
The Big Easy.
The Big Easy.
To go and watch him play golf and to meet him and greet him. And it's just, I think we were very fortunate growing up in South Africa. We had so many good golf courses.
Jack Nicklaus?
And we have Jack Nicklaus opened the golf course not far from our university. So we got there to go and went and watched him play the golf course, which was a really cool experience to watch him play the golf course, explain about why he made the golf course the way he did, why he designed it. And then some of the golf shots that he hit that day were just out of this world. He hit the shot out of a bunker from like 180, just like a rescue. And I was just like, wow. I'm like he was like 65 at the time or whatever,
Wow,
and I was
that's
just like,
amazing. 180 yards.
how did you? Everyone just like, because it was like a high lip to the bunker,
Yeah.
and it was like he's dead in this bunker. He pulls a rescue, hits it to like 8 foot, and I'm just like, oh my
Wow.
gosh.
And this is a
Um,
picture of you at St. Andrews.
yes, very fortunate enough that when I was at the university,
Okay.
I went to St. Andrews to play a university championship called the Boy Quake, and we were very fortunate because the Open Championship was the week before the tournament. So we were there. We watched Louis win the Open,
Ah,
which is unbelievable.
mate, I was there.
And yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was there.
2010,
Yeah, I was there.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we watched the Open, watched Louis win, and then I was very fortunate to play St. Andrews the Tuesday after the
Wow,
Open
that's
Championship.
amazing. Yeah.
And it was good fun. And then and then coming to Malaysia, and then basically just been teaching in Malaysia for nearly 8 years now, and down at Impact Elite Golf Academy. And yeah, I've learned so much since I've been here. I had such great mentors. When I arrived, I had Andrew August, who's moved back to Australia. I had Stephen Giuliano. I had Lim Suwai, who was awesome at helping me develop as a coach. And yeah, since I've been in Malaysia, I've learned so much, which has been great from a lot of different, very, very professional people.
Okay, Chris, you're a natural left-hander. Do you do everything left-handed, like writing?
I actually don't. I'm one of those weird people. So I do everything right-handed. I throw right, I kick right-footed, I shoot right, if you want to talk about shooting. Tennis right, everything right, and I play golf left. It's just something I did. But then recently I've picked up right-handed golf as well, so I can do a bit of both.
Wow, two-handed,
Yeah.
two-sided golfer.
That's the goal. The goal is to get the right-handed and the left-handed as close as possible.
So you played St. Andrews, like the road hole. Is it better for a left-handed golfer or right-handed golfer? Because you need to keep it out of the right.
Well, I think it's about shaping the golf ball. Like
Yeah.
for me at that time, and when I was playing, I was hitting a little draw, which was perfect. I could kind of start it a little further left than you needed to, and I could draw it back. So yeah, I was fortunate. I hit a drive there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's out of bounds. And one of the guys I was playing with, he was like, no, I think it's fine. And I got down there, it was like the middle of the fairway. So I was like, oh, wow, okay, you can go a lot further right than you think. You have to hit it as close to the hotel as you want.
Yeah. So
But yeah, that was an unreal experience.
Okay. You've been back to St. Andrews since? No.
I actually have, yeah. I was fortunate enough last year I was in St. Andrews.
Okay.
I went over to do some coaching with some juniors, and then I had some clients from Malaysia fly in, and we did a little golfing trip around St. Andrews and Carnoustie.
Kingsbarns.
So yeah, I went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingsbarns, Carnoustie, St. Andrews, Royal St. George's. Oh no, not Royal St. George's. Royal Dornoch,
Okay.
way up north in the just past Inverness. Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, guys. So enjoying it in Malaysia, Geronne?
Of course, man.
1.5
It's
years.
awesome. That's awesome. It's been life changing. It's been accommodating. Malaysians are so accommodating because everywhere you go, everybody asks you. The first thing they ask you is, "Have you eaten?" It's kind of the weirdest thing I've seen in my life, right? If we also go like, "Hey, how are you? Are you good?" You know, "Hey, makan." I'm like, I just ate. No, kau makan. I'm like, okay, no, man. No wonder I look like this, right? Like I put on like so much extra.
Yeah, that's right. Blame Malaysians.
Yeah.
But you know, once you go overseas, that is what you're going to miss. The accessibility of food at any time of the day.
Of course, man.
You know,
I mean, of course, now with MCO, it's
Yeah.
or CMO, it's a bit tough, but so much food all the time available and good food, man, from every like ethnic group, right? Chinese food, Indian food, Malay food, even Western food. You know, you can get it whenever you want to, and that's been kind of awesome in Malaysia. Just the diversity of everything, I'd say.
Chris, do you like diet? Do you not eat Malaysian food? How do you look like that after 8 years in Malaysia?
So I haven't always looked like this. Definitely went through a Malaysian peak stage. I remember going back to South Africa, and my brother was like, no one had mentioned anything to me. My brother was like, he's always real with me. He's like, hey, Chris, you put on a bit of pounds. And I was like, no, not really. And only then did I actually weigh myself and realize that I was the heaviest I'd ever been. So then I came back and I was like, okay, I need to change something. So no, I still eat a lot of food, but I just, my secret is I do a lot of intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So I don't really have breakfast. like most days I won't have breakfast. So I'll eat in a window of 8 hours.
8 hours, okay, I've tried
And
that.
then I can eat whatever I want.
I tried that, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I do that because
Yeah.
I get up late for work. So I can't eat
Yeah.
in the morning.
Okay.
I hope the management team at MST heard that. He's committed to work, so he's got to have breakfast.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna. All right, thanks guys for sharing. Some insights into how you came here. So we're gonna go into.
Yeah, let's go into the tech part.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Tech,
show.
cool.
We're gonna show a little video right now showing what we think were significant technological breakthroughs over the last 50 years or so. Okay, that video showed what were the significant technological breakthroughs, general breakthroughs. We're not talking about specific products here, stuff like graphite shafts, multi-layer balls, titanium clubs, distance measuring devices, what do you call it, golf simulators and so on, range finders. So general developments, general breakthroughs, like we went from balatas to the multi-layer balls, titanium drivers. So in your opinion, Geronne, which do you think is the most significant general technological breakthrough, not a specific product?
I think general for me was the breakthrough of titanium drivers.
Titanium, okay.
Yeah, and the evolution of it to where it is basically now today, in terms of how much we can do with the driver, in terms of adjustability, number one.
Okay.
Like before, if to give you, like these were some of the first that came out, burner, right? Everybody knew these.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, you got to put the shaft in straight in. There's no little click, and nobody could kind of test them out. There was only one weight port at the back. This one got a bit of lead on it because, we club makers, so we got to make our clubs
tinker with everything.
Tinker with everything, But that was the only adjustability you kind of had, back in the day, or maybe even none when titanium drivers did come out, And then we kind of moved into something like that in the Nike and the COVID, where we kind of started doing things changing CGs and stuff like that. But then they still had the adapter system, which now you could actually change things and, make things happen. So titanium drivers is definitely one of the biggest breakthroughs that I see. Of course, there's many others, like with terms of Shackman and stuff like that. And then like today, you're seeing where we're getting into points where you can actually change weights in drivers, to kind of help determine ball flight, together with adaptable sleeves, but also multi-material from carbon to like steel in heads. There's kind of been a big significance from where we started in the first little metal hood from where we are. I think till today. Yeah.
Chris, what about you? Do you think it's in the driver, the golf ball, electronic devices, measuring devices?
I would say the biggest one, definitely the golf ball. The change of the golf ball from the old wound golf ball to a solid piece, 3-piece, what are they? Some are 5-piece nowadays.
Correct.
But I think just the makeup of the golf ball, all the manufacturers, because it's one of those things, you take some of those old clubs and you get someone to hit a new Titleist Pro V or whatever it is, or a TaylorMade or whatever club or whatever ball it is, and then you get them to hit one of the old ones, and it's just a game changer. They can hit these golf balls with some of those old clubs. Well, the best golfers in the world can hit them just as fast sometimes. It's unbelievable. When they have that, they always have that hole in that hole at, is it in LA, where it's like a drivable par 4 off the first tee, and all the guys are using all the old clubs that Hogan used to use, but they're all using a new golf ball, and they can hit those old clubs just so good but the new golf ball does make a huge difference, I think, with distance, with controllability of the ball, with spin, everything like that. So I would definitely have to go golf ball. I remember talking with my old boss Andrew, and he said this to me. He said one of the biggest the times in his career where he had the largest gain in distance. He said he was playing golf at Sungai Long or whatever in Malaysia, and he had the par 5. There's a fifth hole. There's a par 5, a long par 5, and he said that he remembers playing that hole like 2 weeks before, and then that week he played with the new golf ball. It was a new Titleist golf ball at the time, and he said that playing that hole, he realized that he hit the ball about 30 yards further with no change in equipment, just a golf ball. And so it came from him, and I kind of believe what he had to say. The golf ball is definitely the one that's, I think, changed golf, and that's the question now. How do we go back? Can we go back? Do we roll the golf ball back?
Yeah,
to change the distance debate.
Yeah, that's
a tough one.
That's a question we're gonna look at a bit later. But moving forward, we've had a lot of significant breakthroughs in the past, technology-wise. But moving forward, which area do you guys think is going to see the most advancement? Is it going to be in a more multi-material construction, perhaps even 6-layer balls that fly even further, or grip sensor technology like Arcos and Cobra clubs? Which area do you think the next big leap will take? Chris, perhaps to start with you.
When it comes to technology, I would have to say it's most probably a combination of something like K-Vest with the gym involved as well. I think if you're looking at athletes and the advancement of golf and becoming so much more professional, I think it's a combination of people knowing exactly what force they use in the ground with, what kind of rotation they're kind of doing. That in combination with getting in the gym and becoming just more and more athletic is what's going to take the game to the next level. And then it's trying to filter that down to the amateur golfer as well. It's getting people involved in understanding a little bit about geometry, a little bit about how the body moves, and then trying to get people more flexible. That's where golf's going to kind of explode into another hopefully another boom in golf as well.
I guess this kind of catalyzed by Bryson DeChambeau as well,
Yeah, I think he's done it to a certain degree. Maybe not exactly what I'm thinking about, but he has shown that golf can be played a different way, and there's not one way to play the game. There's so many ways.
Okay, Geronne, what do you think? Which area do you think will see the next big breakthrough in golf?
I think maybe the breakthrough is there, but I think it's more in terms of information technology by having everything at the tap of your hands, meaning that I know we spoke about driving ranges using the use of quads and TrackMan, so that customers and clients can get direct feedback on what's happening in their swing, how far they're hitting it, what they need to do in terms of what they can fix on their own. So like TrackMan has definitely come out with something new called Tracy, where you can actually hit a couple shots and they can actually tell you what to do, so
it's
how do you make it better.
It's like an AI kind of thing.
Like an AI, we're looking into AI. So when you hit a shot, what can happen at the same time to give you feedback and tell you what are you doing wrong. I think that's where we might start losing our jobs, but I think that's kind of where the line is going. So if a guy gets put himself on TrackMan and he kind of sees, okay, but I need to do something with my swing in order to get into this position, or something with the golf clubs in this position.
Okay.
I think that's where it's going to go to AI technology, definitely.
Okay. Well, let's stick to Geronne for the next question, which is kind of narrowing down the sphere of advancements into your particular field, which is club fitting.
Yeah.
What was the most significant breakthrough, do you think, that really helps you do what you do?
I think it's definitely more on data collection and understanding what you're seeing out of, let's say, launch monitors.
Okay.
So, you're looking at ball fly, something like TrackMan, something like GC Quad. I mean, like if you look at those numbers on GC Quad, like if I can see that and I can kind of tell a person what club they need in specific places and how we're going to get there by either using, let's say, a hybrid or a 4-iron or in wedges, do you go with the 52 or 53? I think this is where TrackMan kind of starts to give us more accurate data or collection of data, and it's kind of developed over and over the years. I mean, with TrackMan, we're seeing lots more with, let's say, strike points, and GC Quad kind of the same thing. So you're getting lots more accurate data from these launch monitors that we didn't get before. We kind of put face tape on, which yes is accurate, but you don't kind of see every shot and kind of document it or data it, And I think that's kind of been the biggest thing, together with other productions like how they make golf clubs, for instance, Before, in terms of processing, golf clubs were just forged and hand grind. Now they kind of forged and CNC mold, which is more computerized. So everything is much more to the IT side. So those are kind of the biggest things I'm seeing at the moment. And how do we read data? How are we as coaches and fitters being educated about it? And what's nice, TrackMans are putting forums up for us online where we can go study this stuff and understand it. And same with GC Quad or Foresight and Quintec and Sam's Pet Lab and Capto. How do you know what's what you call this ultrasound is? What reading does ultrasound give you back? So it's kind of us understanding this and letting us learn this. And these platforms on the internet are definitely helping us. I mean, as fitters, you can't go to university to become a fitter, But now at least we can do some online courses that can help certify you and kind of get you into a better position to understand the technology you're using and use it to the max. So using TrackMan and Quad and things like that has definitely been kind of the biggest things that have been valuable to me as a business and to fitters, And people might have different preferences, I might be a TrackMan guy. The next guy in my company might be a Foresight guy, It's just how does he read the numbers differently, even though we might get to the same reading end of the day. But yeah, launch monitors, definitely. It's kind of the biggest one.
I think something we never saw of maybe 5-6 years ago was putter fitting, which is kind of a big thing now, right? You got Quintric and,
Correct. Putter fitting is definitely something that's come along and been neglected, if I put it that way. And now with guys like Quintec Ball Roll and even Capto, Sam's Putt Lab, and even GC Quad, we able to get better numbers out of the putter alone, which sounds ridiculous because everybody thinks, putting is so easy. But you can save up to 4 or 5 strokes around just on putting itself.
Correct.
So the use of swing catalyst and camera, and then getting ball and club data from a GC Quad or Quintec Ball Roll, it easily makes it easier for me as a fitter to put a person in the right putt and say, this is going to work for you. And they see the results kind of immediately. But it's only because I can see the data that I'm getting from machines like this.
Yeah, so I guess putting is where the money is as well. That's why it's so
money
important.
maker,
Money maker.
The money club,
Try for show, putt for dough,
Definitely.
man.
But Geronne, just a quick question. You brought up clubs as your choice of biggest technological change.
Yeah.
Now,
Correct.
just because every year each brand comes out with a new design. Most of the brands come out with a new design.
Yeah.
How do you, as a fitter, adapt to what they have done, or the kind of technology that they have implemented for you to impart the knowledge to your fitters? I mean, your customers.
Cool. Good question, actually. So, I mean, what's been a good thing is actually understanding the product and why the manufacturer is actually doing it.
Yeah.
So for instance, like if you look at how tailor-made created, what's the face called?
Twist face.
Twist
face.
face,
Twist face,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So because they created twist face, you know, we kind of went, okay, you can actually hit it anywhere on the face. You don't have to hit it in the middle.
Correct.
You know, you don't have to hit it in the middle anymore. So now we don't worry about you hitting in the middle, you know, and you can actually get a straighter ball flight and more forgiveness out of it. So each year that a manufacturer kind of bring things into play, like what you call it, the new IG face with Titleist, you know, how do we get more ball speed out of it?
Yeah.
How's the club move faster? I mean, with irons, it's a kind of a different story where technology might not be the leading thing when loft starts getting stronger, you know. And of course, 7-9 loft back then and 7-9 loft now is kind of two different things, and that's why hitting 7-9 may be longer. But when it comes into golf clubs and the fitting process of it, we can start to manipulate what that certain golf club does with different types of shafts or different types of weights or head positions and you know, changing CG weightings. I think that's kind of the biggest thing that's helping us as fitters at the moment, or from the brands and what they're doing. The more versatility they can create in the golf club, the more we can dial into specific customers or players that actually want to play the club. Maybe they can't play it, you know, they shouldn't play it, but we can actually make it play the best it can play
For them.
for the
For
specific
them,
customer because of how much change we can do with the specific golf club. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess another part of playing the best you can obviously is improving your swing, which
Definitely,
comes to where
definitely.
Chris comes in. So Chris, for you, what has been the most significant breakthrough that really helps you, you know, like analyze your students' swing, how they can
Well,
improve?
I think it's most probably a combination of a couple things. It's as with fitting, it's about getting more information quicker.
Data,
So the
yeah.
quicker we can get data from whether it's an intermediate golfer, an advanced golfer, or even from a beginner golfer, and how can we get the message across to them as quick as possible, as simple as possible. So I think something like the K vest, which is a vest that you put on your body, which can actually
Okay.
track how much rotation we have, how much bend we have, all these kind of little things, little nuances that as a beginner golfer, it's really nice to understand and to get involved in is how much do we need to bend forward when we address the golf ball. Then we need to talk about how much in the golf swing we have side bends as well. So getting an understanding of how your body moves, and then with the use of video and the software, I think just a combination of all these great devices that we have at our disposal now, whether it's the TrackMan, whether it's the K-Vest, whether it's force plates, we have all these things that gives us such great feedback, like instant feedback, so that we can give the information to our clients much quicker, much simpler, so that hopefully they can improve quicker.
And it's hard for golfers to visualize as well, right? How much they should bend, you know, like correct
No,
proper
exactly,
posture,
yeah.
and
So
also
it's important for people to, I think, and one of the big ones is video. It's videoing your clients or showing them information and data on the K-Vest or the TrackMan. Like you get this instant feedback, and instant feedback's what people want nowadays. That's how we've grown up. We're used to getting information straight away. So now that we get this information, they can look at a video and go, oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So in the golf swing, it's really simple. It's like the golf swing, you think about this positives and negatives. So I can either swing the club that way, or I can swing it this way. I can swing it two different ways. Most people are either positive or negative. Now we have information that can tell us straight away, are you negative or positive? And we can start to make instant changes in a very short amount of time. And then also people can see it now. You can show them a video.
Yeah.
When they see the video and they're trying to do a certain movement and they look at it and they go, oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, no. And that for us, that's big for coaching, is that we have students that come for a lesson and we give them a specific drill to do or exercise to do or whatever. And we video them doing it and they go away and they train and stuff. And then they come back and they go, okay, I think I've got it. I'm ready. I've got this. And they go, okay. And they hit a couple and you're watching, you're like, oh my gosh, they haven't got this.
Yeah.
And then you put them on video or you put them on a TrackMan or you put them in the K-Vest and they hit the golf ball and they go, and you show them the information that was last week and the information that's this week. And you go, you didn't do anything. Or, and for lots of cases they've made that change. So I think just information that we get straight away, whether it's video, K-Vest, TrackMan, nowadays with a lot of force plates for distance, understanding where the ground forces are, all these things kind of combine. But there's also a lot of information, so it's all about it's the coach's responsibility to be able to understand the information, simplify it so that the students can understand it as well, because as Geronne knows, on TrackMan there's 30 different parameters that I can put up on the screen if I want to, but your student might only need to know one. He needs to know that his swing path is 11 degrees from out to in, and that's what's causing his slice, or his club face is way open. And that's the same thing. You can show them one number, and then you can say to them, okay, all you need to do is you need to try as much as you can change this number, because as we know, the golf swing is very individual. It's for one person to the next person. It's different. How you feel something in the golf swing is completely different as well. What one person feels versus the other person feels. So when they can get up there and they can make a swing, and they can kind of look at the information or look at the video, and they can go, okay, my feeling is this, and they try and do it, and you get instant feedback, and like, okay, well, that was better. So all this information is just, it helps us to, I would say, diagnose problems quicker, hopefully improve people quicker so that they can get on the golf course and enjoy golf, because that's, at the end of the day, that's our goal, is for people to enjoy golf, because there's a very small percentage of people that want to be a professional golfer. There's a lot of people that want to play golf just to a certain standard. Like, can I break 100? Can I break 90? And then there's a small percentage that goes, I want to break 80 and 70. So it's, for us, it's a matter of how can we get people better, quicker, and enjoy the game for as long as they can.
And I guess one of the things about live videos is you can actually do lessons remotely as well, right? You don't have to be in the same place as your student, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's most probably been the biggest change in golf coaching since MCO. So since the coronavirus hit, is I used to travel quite a bit to other parts of Asia and do coaching, and so did my colleague Stephen. And basically, it was like, you can't do that anymore. So what else do you do? So yeah, everything's moved online. So fortunately, we have video. We can do video lessons, live video lessons with students from all over the world. It's become a big business, online coaching, and I think it's definitely changing the way that we think about coaching as well.
This quick question, Chris. Now you've brought up how the technology has been embedded into your coaching methods. Do you now rely on the data that you get from the lessons and then adapt it to the student, or do it old school where you analyze the students with your naked eye and then use the data to complement how you teach them?
So I think it kind of comes down to what the student wants, because you have students that play a lot of golf, some students that practice a lot. So you have a breakdown of golfers that they just want to get a bit better so they can play on the course more. Other golfers that really want to get better and they're on the driving range. So it's understanding your students, understanding what they want, trying to pick up on what their learning style is, and then moving forward from there. It's a lot more, I think, in the initial phases of the lesson, there's a lot more discussion. It's what do you want? How much time and effort are you going to put into it? And then kind of moving forward from there. But yeah, depends on the ability level as well. Like if you're a very beginner golfer, it's not going to be as much data driven. It's going to be, let's get the basics down.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
If you're a more advanced golfer, we're going to go more into the data to see what's happening.
That's to fine tune your game, right? That's how you come with it. So is it easier now? Do you find it easier now to impart your knowledge with all the data available? Do you find the students learning faster?
Yeah, some students learn faster, some don't. It depends. It's how they approach it as well. Like I can give them all the perfect information, but if you're not going to practice and not do anything, you're not going to get better. But it's definitely easier to tell people what they need to do, to show people. For me, it's like, say at the end of the lesson, I can do a video for them, so they can, when they go to the driving range, they can actually watch a video of me demonstrating a certain skill, and then they can go and practice that. So in relationship to that, then definitely the information can be passed along much easier.
Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, we're just going to have a quick commercial break. Do not go away. Stay tuned. All right, we're going to come back after this video from Puma.
Sharp, sharp.
Okay, guys, for all those asking where our drinks are, this is a salute to all of you.
Cheers.
Cherry,
Salute,
coming
salute,
into us
salute,
every
salute.
week.
Thanks for watching, guys.
To all the boys.
Ken Kudo.
Yeah, okay,
Ozzy,
good up,
Alfred.
Mr. Pausai.
Yeah.
All right, guys, before we proceed with the chat, we're just gonna we've got a small giveaway for this week, and we have 2 quizzes we want you guys to answer. First question is, what is the name of the revolutionary putter launched by Ping in 1996?
What's the answer?
Wow.
All right, and the second
That's the
question
tough
is,
one.
which country do the 2 guests on today's show come from?
Clang.
Okay,
Clang.
and closing for this is tomorrow 5 p.m.
Fun, fun.
Please leave your answers in the show's comment box, and you have until 5 p.m. tomorrow to answer these 2 tough questions. Okay, I just repeat it once more. The revolutionary putter launched by Ping in 1996.
66.
Sorry, 1966. Sorry. Yeah. That's why I needed my partner right here. In 66, I definitely wasn't born. And which country do these 2 fine gentlemen come
Yeah,
from?
which country do these 2 dudes come from? Yeah.
All right, guys. Now going back to our show, second half of the show.
Yeah. So we've been talking about technology. So we want to see what kind of technology you guys have in your bags. So Chris, what's in your bag right now? What's your favorite club?
Okay, so in my bag right now, what have I got? So
Okay.
I've got some Titleist CB irons.
Titleist. Okay.
Titleist CB irons.
Which generation is that?
This is the 716s.
716 is about 4 years back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have a Titleist TMB 2 iron.
Muscle back. Okay.
Also the 716.
Okay.
And then I have some Peretti wedges.
What wedges?
Peretti. It's an American
Okay. I've never heard of that.
American brand. Peretti
Interesting.
wedges.
Okay. What lofts do you have?
So I just have a 52 and a 56.
Okay.
And then I have I used to have a putter.
You mean you
It's
chip so
stolen?
well you don't need to putt?
Yeah. It's been the putter cover is here, but
There's Scotty?
oh no, it's there. It's behind me. I'm lying. It's just here. I have a Scotty Cameron, but more of an old school Scotty Cameron.
Ah, blade. A little bit
Nice
like
blade
an
putter.
cavity back answer
Yeah.
style perhaps? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last club in my bag, and my favorite club
Okay.
by a long way, is my Callaway Rogue driver.
Okay, which year is this?
With-
This is not too long ago, right?
This is a couple years ago, maybe 3 years. Geronne would know better. 3 years ago, 4.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Me, product and that knowledge, not my scene, bro.
And then I have
Shop,
the Patterson shaft,
Okay.
Patterson ballistic shaft, and this is my favorite club. If I could hit it on every single hole, I would hit it on every single hole, but it would be a bit long for the par threes.
What's the loft of your driver?
It's set on 8 degrees.
Okay.
It's a 9 degree set on 8.
Did you
And,
tweak?
yeah.
Did you tweak the lie or anything else? Weighting?
No,
or
everything
just
else
stock?
on everything's stock. Yeah, it's I got it. I used to have a Titleist driver, which I didn't really enjoy, just because I didn't hit it well.
Okay.
It was nothing to do with the driver. It was probably just more me. And I got this one, and it's the bomb.
Okay. Jeroen, what do
Yes,
you take out on the golf
well,
course?
it is my bad boys behind me. I'm a classic guy. I'm a JDM fan. Big, big, big. Everything Japan. Okay.
Okay.
I play Akira Irons. I think you can see
Wow.
that.
Those are blades.
Blades, man. I can't play
Wow.
anything but a blade, okay? Those are my Akira irons. I play pitching wedge to a 3-iron. The 3-iron is a bit of
Three
the cavity.
iron.
Yeah, 3-iron.
Wow.
But the 3-iron, I got it in a cavity back. Same
Okay.
set,
All right.
but
So
just a
it's
bit
a
more
it's
for
like
forgiveness.
it's like a progressive set. Goes from blades to cavities. Or,
Yeah, it's like how you have like a MB and a MC, like
Yeah.
or CB. This would be the 3-iron in that. And then obviously I rock some 130Xs in the KBS. Not everybody's style, but okay.
You guys
that's
should have a
me.
match, man. This is gonna be interesting.
Me, I take money for free, yeah. Just remember that. Joking. And
Whose
then, of
money are
course,
you taking?
give me money, I'll take it, bro. Don't worry.
You're taking the blinds money, I think.
Yeah, bro. Then I got some Royal Collection wedges, Odyssey. So everything kind
Okay.
of Japan. Same with my driver and my 3-wood.
What's
All
Yamahas? Are
Yamaha,
they? Yamahas?
Yamahas,
Yeah.
Yamaha, yeah.
RMX. Yeah.
But of course, in the smaller head, like this is the, I don't know if you can show it nicely, but this is the tour heads. So everything is like on the smaller side. I'm just a bit of a classic player.
So that's a
As much as
440cc head or
it's a 430cc head.
430? Wow.
430cc head. And then the only one that's not JDM is my Putzer, which is my favorite one in the bag. So today I had a
Oh, the
nice
Rossa.
31 putts,
Tailor-made,
tailor-made putter. But this is the old school boy. I got it when I was down in Japan. I found it at a golf partner or something. And as much as technology can help me, I play everything that doesn't help me, if I put it to you that way. Yeah, I play everything that doesn't help me. So that's my favorite one in the bag.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna arrange a game between Chris and Jeroen. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah, put it live on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm
that's an idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
I'm definitely up for that.
Bring enough money there.
Yeah,
huh?
just bring your ATM card.
That will be fun. That will be fun.
Right. Okay.
I'll bring my speaker and my alcohol as well.
Yeah. Oh, alcohol's a must. Alcohol's a must. Yeah. And a cooler box. Okay, we're gonna show another video about now before we go on to the next question. This is a video showing specific products that we kind of feel changed the game over the last 40, 50 years. Okay, there you have it. Some really, really iconic products like the Ping Answer, the tailor-made Pittsburgh Persimmon, which strangely enough was actually the first commercial steelhead. Obviously the Callaway Great Big Bertha, which I have right here.
It's come back here
Yeah.
after Halloween.
Bertha is back.
He had to bring her back here.
Yeah, she talks to me sometimes, as Sean knows. And obviously the Titleist Pro V1 Tier 2000, I think the biggest shift on the PGA Tour, everybody just shifted to the multi-layer ball. So speaking about specific products rather than general technology, Jeroen, which one of these or maybe something else that we've not heard of that you think had the greatest impact?
I think probably one of the biggest ones is rangefinders.
Okay.
In terms of either the laser ones or GPS rangefinders like Garmin and across. I think that's kind of been a big thing, you know. Even with some of the courses you go to with the GPS and the cards, and it kind of tells you how far you are. You know, before back in the day, you had to find like the palm tree that's like in the middle of the fairway somewhere there, and you call that 150. Then you got to walk 10 steps back or forth to kind of get your yardages.
We still do that. What are you talking about?
Oh man, now I just go there with my thing. I go cling cling.
That just makes me look cool. Yeah, you know.
Of course, man, and I can put slope on or slope
Put
off.
slope on, check the
come
GPS,
on.
stop
Check
the shot 50
GPS,
yards.
how far to carry the bunker, how far to stay short of the water. I mean, these are things we never had before, unless you had a good caddy and you knew the course. You know, the caddy will kind of tell you this. It's kind of like a self caddy. You know,
Geronne,
like,
some of us use skill to just play golf, buddy. Just saying.
cannot. You know, now with pricing and technology involved, you know, you gotta use all the things you can get, man. You gotta dial it in. Like
Yeah,
something
speaking of Bryson, you know, they've got the Cobra clubs with the Arcos grip sensors in the grips, you know, which, you know, so you don't have to bring another device out, you know. So
yeah,
that's something I think even Pink has picked it up, incorporating
Pink has
Arcos.
picked it up.
Yeah.
It makes
there's
it
so
tough.
many-
It makes
yeah.
it tough for us too, because it makes it tough for us when we're building the golf clubs, because you got to add this extra piece, which kind of adds to like swing rates and things like that. So it's cool, but again, maybe the tough side for us as spitzers. Yeah, spitzers. But yeah,
I think it's the one thing that it is really good for coaching is that when people start to know their actual distances is when I'm very happy, because people think they hit the ball too far. So with all these stuff, it's great for them to actually know how far they actually hit the ball.
Correct. Yeah. With carry and roll as well, you know, how far you carry the
Exactly,
ball,
yeah.
how much roll you get. So Chris, what about you? Which product do you think, Titleist Pro V1, Callaway Great Big, which specific product do you think was really
I think
breakthrough?
you know what, I'm going to throw it out there left field. I reckon the golf buggy.
The golf bug. Okay, yeah, that's
The golf
that's
buggy
technology.
has-
That's technology. Yeah.
has allowed so many more golfers to play golf for a longer period of time.
Good point.
Like maybe it's not advanced
Yeah.
golf, but it's definitely made people play golf for longer. The older people, if people are, whatever it is, not just be the buggy, but any type of motorized cart. But you know, if it comes to like, I don't know, technology, I loved my Callaway Great Big Bertha when I got it back in the 1990s something, whenever it was, I don't even remember.
495, I think, about there.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one of them. But yeah, all the new innovation of distance tracking, it's so much easier especially for coaching. It's if you get all the stats, you understand how many fairways you hit, how many greens you hit, what's your distance, where you're missing left versus right, short versus long. It's definitely going to change golf going forward. And when it's as simple as the across, it makes life easier, because nowadays you're trying to enter it all in off each shot and the distance and whatever. If it's just seamless, it's definitely going to help golf and golfers play better.
All right.
But yeah, when last did you play golf without a buggy?
Yeah, that's the thing. So one of our regular viewers, Ken Kudo, actually is thanking God for that, because he says without the buggies, after 3 holes he's winded, and then he blames it on that.
Yeah, and where do you put these if you didn't have a buggy?
Exactly.
Right.
True.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
No, but
And when
just
you keep your wine.
after the round, only after the round you drink. Cannot play and drink.
Why not?
You cannot play. No,
this
you
is
drink and
this
then
is
you
going to
play.
be.
That's
This
why
is going to be a fun game to run.
19th hole. There's 19th
Gerald, we're going to
hole.
set a date for the 4 of us to play around.
Hey, leave me out.
Sorry, no. Jonathan has to come in too, okay? 4 of us going to play around, okay?
Yeah,
and then we're going to show you how real men play with a bit of alcohol, okay? Right, Chris?
Yeah. Not
up
the way
for that.
men fans play.
Yeah, but not the way man fans play. But you know, the best thing is, Chris, you can't be bringing your wine bottle, buddy. Okay, you got to bring a can.
No, I'll drink beer. No worries.
Yeah, that's the real fans play. Okay?
Make sure you got whiskey and it's game on, okay?
if you can't drink beer and stuff on the golf course, whiskey is not going to make you play any better.
That's why he stays in the shop, Chris.
Yeah,
That's
depends.
why he's in the shop, not out on the range.
You know my skill level, you can see what whiskey does for me. Man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun, buddy. So no excuses, okay? We'll make sure that both of you are free on that day. We'll play it out. We'll put it on
Live,
Facebook Live.
Yep.
After that,
Yep.
a wrap up of after the game, because John and I don't want to embarrass the two of you watching you play it live.
Wow,
So we will show them after we've played the round. Okay, John. Okay,
I'll take a lot of videos.
Yeah, you need evidence to see what.
Can I get Gavin to play for me instead?
No,
Let's
cannot.
wait for Gavin to
But
come
my
back.
partner is thinking out. He doesn't want to play with us, man. He wants to play. He wants Gary to play this place.
Yeah.
No. Come, Jonathan. Let's go play. Let's go get.
Okay, let's
whacked
do it.
in
Let's
the
do it.
ball.
Let's do it.
So we do it?
Okay,
We see
on.
this. Okay,
We're
that's
on,
done.
we're on.
Game on.
So any of the
Game
viewers here
Game
will
on.
answer quick those two questions, the first or the second, we will try and bring you in for the game. Okay, so get your answers in there. We'll bring you down for the showdown. If there's 4 fast answers, we'll bring all of you. We'll get 2 flights in. We'll sort it out. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Yeah,
We know
yeah.
some people in South Jana. They give us some flights. Okay, so
play it, yeah.
guys, before we finish off on our last segment of the show, we have a quick commercial break, Christmas ad. We're gonna run that, and then we're gonna come back for a quick wind up of the show.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
Alright guys, welcome back. I love the chime to a Christmas song, always getting us into the mood. As you can see, Geronne's already shaking the tune. Chris is moving up and down. My buddy's coming here. See, my partner's getting in there, right? Christmas coming soon. Alright guys, so the last segment of today's show, I mean, we didn't realize that time just flew so fast.
Yeah,
Right?
it
It's
is.
been a good show so far. We have a quick
So
rapid
far, huh?
rapid fire questionnaires for the two of you. Right?
Yep.
We're gonna start with Geronne first.
So
Okay.
just we're gonna say a word and then just say the first thing that comes to your head.
The
within
fastest.
the fastest. Just right on the spot, off the
Just time
cuff.
spot.
yeah.
Just Jonathan's gonna say something. Answer fast. Answer fast.
You
Answer
do
fast.
it. You do it.
You want me to
Okay,
start?
that's
You
good.
want me to go with him?
Yeah, Jerome.
All right, Geronne, you ready? It's
I'm
gonna be
ready.
me,
Let's
buddy.
go.
Keep up with me, okay? Stay
I'll keep
tuned.
up with
Are
you.
you ready, bro? Are you ready?
One word, one answer.
One word, just answer straight up,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, first one. Sports,
Golf.
food,
Makan.
Malaysia,
Makan.
South Africa,
Pride time.
Right.
Tiger Woods.
Greatest.
Okay, thank you, Geronne.
Well done.
Four out of 5 answers are all food, so we all know.
Food, yeah, I heard that.
You
That
don't
was
think
all
that's so
food.
good? I see like, no wonder he's breaking 36. No wonder he's breaking 36.
Yeah, and that's not his handicap. Yeah.
I'm a food lover. What can I say?
we can see, buddy. We saw.
What's all I must eat? I must eat well, you know.
Food, Brian.
Food.
Food, Brian. All right, Chris. Chris, you ready, Chris?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, I hope you have something other than food for your
Yeah.
answers. Okay, we hope so. Eh? Okay, let's go, buddy. Gary Player.
Fitness,
Holiday.
Bali,
Fun.
golf,
Women.
Asian.
Oh shit.
Okay,
That
I like
explains
Chris.
why you've been in
I
Malaysia
like
for
that,
8
buddy.
years.
I like that. Okay,
Okay.
Geronne, I got a last question for you. You got to answer this
Okay.
very, very fast. Okay, this is a
Okay.
bonus question for you to see whether you are on our flight or on the next flight. Okay?
Okay.
Quick answer. No thinking about it.
Okay.
Ready?
Go.
Tepilau.
Oh, champion. Champion.
Just in time for the Christmas bonus, KP.
Yeah, that's my man. I love KP.
All right, guys. That comes to the conclusion of our show. It's been a beautiful evening.
Yeah, that's
One of the few that we've had a lot of good banter, clean banter. right?
clean. Yeah, well, a lot of food banter.
A lot of food banter, yeah, talking about men
Because
and
I'm
all that.
fat, that's why.
But you guys gave us a lot of insightful tips and also views on how you guys adapt to technology with your daily routine, your work, right? So before we round it up, anything you guys want to say, Chris, to your fans watching out there? A quick wrap.
Words of wisdom. A quick wrap up.
Words of wisdom. Listen to your golf coaches and practice what they have to tell you when you go to the driving range.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Short and sweet. Geronne?
Short and sweet.
I think for all the Malaysian golfers out there, I think you don't know what you have exposed to you. You know, like the golf courses, the facilities, the practice facilities, coaches like Chris, fitters like me, the shops that we have around us, from fitting shops to retail stores. There's so much that Malaysian golfers have at their disposal compared to many other countries that I can see. And yeah, it's time to use it, you know. I think that will be the thing. Use it.
Nice.
All right.
Thanks, Geronne.
Thank you, guys.
Donald, anything you want to say to our loyal supporters out there?
Yeah, well, thanks guys for being on the show. It's been a blast. Lots of insightful information, you know, lots of good advice for golfers out there. So remember, listen to your golf coach. You have problem in your clubs, go see a club fitter, and as Geronne said, make use of the amazing opportunities we have in Malaysia. And of course, makan.
Makan and the Asian women, okay guys, you heard it from the house's mouth. Food and Asian women, that's all that's important on the golf show.
Okay, I think we
That's
should
what
go
you
now.
need.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go now. We're gonna find some food and some Asian women.
Okay, we're getting out of hand. Yeah, let's go.
Watch, we would like to post toast, guys.
Cheers,
See
guys.
you Merry Christmas.
guys.
Cheers.
Before that.
Thanks
Let's
for
have
guys
golf
soon.
and a
Thank you.
brie. Yeah.
There you go,
Thank you for
guys.
having us.
Sweet Sport signing off. Nice one, guys. Nice one. Asian women, huh? Damn. I like that, bro. I like that.
Nailed that.